Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. Alright, we are going to start painting the guest bedroom today. I don't think we'll actually get to any painting today because I got a lot of stuff I got to get out of here first. Because basically everything in the room needs to go. Anything that's on the walls, anything that's on the floor, anything that's it's got to go out of here. So first thing I got to do is get it all out of here. So let's just start ripping this room apart, and I'm going to start with this bed. All right, the bed's coming apart pretty well. I'm just going to remove these cross slats, and then it looks like it's just a couple of screws that hold the headboard to the rest of the bed, and then similar screws here that hold the footboard to the rest of the bed. So it comes apart really easy. I was watching them while they assembled this thing, and it was actually pretty amazing how easy it comes apart. So that's going to make it a lot easier to get it out of here. And obviously, we want to do that because if I can get it out of here, then I don't have to cover it and I don't have to risk getting it all messed up. And this is a really nice piece of furniture. I don't want to get it all messed up. All right, this place is coming apart pretty well. I got the bed out of here, got the headboard out of here, got the bedside table out of here. We started moving some of the posters out of here. This place is actually starting to look like it did when I moved in. I'm still thinking I may very well leave this in here because this is small enough that I can just move it around and move it out of the way. We'll cover it up real good so it gets protected. But, what I'm doing right now is kind of moving everything into the master bedroom, and the master bedroom is filling up kind of quick. So I'm going to try and keep as much in here as I can. So I think this will probably stay, but I'm probably going to get everything else out of here. I don't know, maybe even some of that stuff in the corner can go in the closet because I'm not going to paint the inside of the closet. And obviously the pink drapes are coming down. And then we just got to take everything off the walls. These little picture shelves. Somebody said, was wondering why I left those up there, why I was putting pictures up there. Honestly, I was just kind of storing pictures up there until I find a place to put them. There were actually a pair of these shelves in the room that turned into the cat room too. And I took those down and they're over here in the closet. I'm halfway thinking I'm maybe going to hang them on the wall, all four of them, like right here above the dresser. Then you could put kind of, family pictures up there and still have, just personal belongings on the dresser. I don't know. I'm kind of making this up as I go along, but that's where we are. So let's continue tearing this place apart. All right, this room is basically all taken apart. Everything's out of here. I still got to get the shelves and the outlets, the covers off the outlets, and I want to take the blinds down. Probably going to take the blades off the fan, take the heat register out here, take the door off, take the fire or smoke detectors off, patch up a few holes. This room actually isn't in very bad shape. There's a couple of holes that need to be patched, and there'll be a couple more when I pull this thing down. And it looks like, a couple of thumbtack holes there, a couple of, not too bad. This isn't going to be a difficult room to patch up. So, in fact, it looks like maybe I've already done a little bit of patchwork there, but whatever. This room's going to go together really nice. Hopefully we can even start painting the ceiling tonight, because I think that's probably the first thing I want to do. But before we do that, we got to cover up this nice floor here because we don't want to get paint on that. So that's what's next. Okay, this room's almost ready to go. I've got all the switch plates off. I've got the heat register off the furnace. I've taken the blades off the ceiling fan. Taped up the window a little bit, pulled out all the holes. I still got to patch up these holes, and I'm going to do that before we paint. But like I said, there aren't really a whole lot of them. When I got them cleaned up, I think they're all ready to go in. Actually, I got to pull these two out too. I guess I missed a couple. But that's going to be the next thing that's going to go up is getting these holes filled. All right, I got all the holes patched. Some of them were kind of big, so I'm actually going to let the patching compound dry probably until tomorrow. We probably won't start painting the actual walls in this room until tomorrow. That'll give the patching compound plenty of time to dry, and also for me to touch it up a little bit because sometimes it contracts a little bit as it dries. So we'll deal with that. But I think the next thing I want to do now is just get the floor covered. And so let's get that done. And then I think we're going to try and paint the ceiling in here today. I think we're going to be able to do that. All right, I think we're ready to go in here. We got the paper all down, got every inch of the floor covered up. I've covered up what I can of the ceiling fan. I've obviously taken the blades down because it's a little easier to get around in there. but I covered up all the pieces so we don't get any paint on that. So yeah, I think next step here is to get the white in here, and let's get the ceiling done. The ceiling, like I said, it's white already, so you know, I probably won't have to do multiple coats to make that look good. Probably one coat will be all that'll be needed. And I can get a little bit sloppy with the crown molding too, because the crown molding ultimately is going to be painted white as well. This really is the part of the process that takes the most time, because if you're going to protect everything in here, if I'm going to protect this really nice floor, if I'm going to protect this really nice dresser, you just got to make sure you cover everything and prepare for everything, because if you don't, you're going to regret it. You're going to end up with paint all over the place, and it's just, and then you end up spending more time cleaning up the paint than you would if you just do it right the first time. So I'm a huge fan of, you know, of prep work ahead of time. Cover up everything. That way, if you make a little mistake, you know, who cares? It's just on the paper. You're just going to throw it away at the end. Alright, so I've changed into my painting clothes because we're about to get serious here. Now you remember a minute ago I mentioned that it wasn't going to really be a big problem if I got paint on the crown molding, because the crown molding is going to be the same color anyway. Well, I still got to be a little bit careful on it, because if I hit it with the roller, I'm likely to maybe get some drips, and those drips cause problems. So I actually do have just a regular paintbrush that I can clean up the drips. I don't mind if there's like a nice smooth coating of white on there, because it's already white anyway. But if I had a drip on there, then that's going to make it look bad. And one more of my little life hacks when I'm painting, when I don't have the whole house you know, papered off and stuff like that, I usually like to do my painting barefoot. That way, if I step in the paint, I'm going to feel it immediately. I'll know immediately that I did it. And it reduces the likelihood if I'm going to track it in the house. If I'm wearing shoes and step in the paint and don't realize I did it, and then walk out of the room here, I've tracked paint all over the house. And you know, that's just, it's easier just to take your shoes off than it is to have to come up and clean this all up afterwards. Now I've shown you the painting process before, so I'm not going to repeat. I'm not going to show you the whole process again. But basically what I'm going to do is just generously coat the roller. I've got a roller brush with a 3/8 inch nap, because this is a pretty smooth wall and pretty smooth ceiling, and I'm just going to kind of do, you know, 4 or 6 foot long sweeps, overlapping a little bit each time, you know, maybe overlapping about half. And I think we'll probably be able to get away with just a single coat on this, because it's already white as it is. But I don't know, we'll see what it looks like when we get up there. Alright, it probably doesn't show it a whole lot, but I got one coat on the ceiling now. I think the ceiling looks pretty good. Probably not going to have to do it another coat, but we'll take another look in the morning and see what it looks like under better lighting conditions. Right now, I've got this one light, and it's also all kind of partially taped up too. So, but I think that'll be good. But tomorrow we're going to pick up where we left off, and we're going to paint the rest of this. So I think that's all that I have for today. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.